Namaskar. I Shambhavi welcome you all to your channel Galactic Echoes. So let's start exploring the wisdom of Vedic astrology. So today we'll be discussing about the Taurus rising in your Navamsa chart. So if you are a Taurus ascendant in your Navamsa chart, how will it lay a basic foundation in your married life and in your life after the 36 years of your age? We'll try to figure it out today. So let's start the video and let's dive in. The first and the foremost thing which you have to take into consideration being and Taurus rising in your Navamsa chart is that Taurus is the most materialistic sign of all the 12 signs present in the zodiac belt. Why is it so? Why we have given this title to the Taurus sign? It is so because the Taurus sign is a sign of earth trikona. It has that earth element in it, right? So it is all about stability, focus, profession, and it is a fixed sign. So because Taurus is a fixed sign, the rooted stability and the passion towards moving that goal is the main thing for a person in the post 36 years of his or her life or after marriage to become and to achieve that stability in your life. This will be the core theme. Because Taurus is more about the materialism. So the things or the people who won't comfort you at all will be decluttered with this rising. So after marriage or after 36 years of your life, you will see that you are more prone towards decluttering people and things and connections from your life who are not adding to your growth or specifically to your materialistic growth. This is something important here. The next thing is that because Taurus is an earth element sign, so it will have that a connectivity to the nature, towards the nature. You will love to walk in the nature barefoot, or you would love to spend your time or your weekends especially in a eating in a nature theme restaurant or something like that. So the connectivity to the nature will be present in you after marriage or after 36 years of your life. But what you will see is that you are more connected to the nature and less to the people. Now this can be because of so many things. There can be so many n number of reasons leading you to this result in your life or this change in your life, but that reason has to be analyzed through the whole analysis of the Navamsa chart. So it cannot be said what is the thing, what is that void, or that the peak of success which is leading you into this kind of a state. So this is something which you have to take into consideration. Because the Taurus sign is represented by the bull's head actually. It has big strong horns, and the bull's head is all about strength and that practicality and that nature orientedness. So despite of the fact that you are not a fiery ascendant in your Navamsa chart, but still you will have that fire in you towards chasing your materialistic goals. It will always be materialistic. It isn't bad at all. Do you know why? Because you have been through certain kind of problems in your life. You have been through certain level of challenges which other people's wouldn't have faced till now. That is why you have become so materialistic in your life. You are that strong bull-headed person in your post 36 years of your age, and you just want to chase the materialistic aims and the materialistic realm with utmost perfection in your life, with utmost precision in your life. You have that target set and you have locked that target, and you would do anything to achieve it. Especially if Rahu is placed in the first, fifth, or ninth house of yours in the Navamsa chart, it will increase these traits in your personality. So basically the thing is that you are all about that filling the empty void of resource, because Taurus sign is the sign of resources. So you will chase towards resourcefulness, towards gold, jewelry, towards hoarding those assets, because the hoarding of something is represented by the Taurus sign. It will be all about those things, hoarding wealth and more importantly stability and luxury in your life. Now the second thing is that if your chart is Vargottam, meaning if you are a Taurus rising in Navamsa, and you are a Taurus rising in your birth chart, in your main chart as well, then you will have a Vargotam Lagna. So, what does it signify is that you will have a long life, first of all. The second thing is you will be bestowed by every blessing and every possible luxury of this world by the grace of Lord Vishnu, because Lord Vishnu is the deity who rules to on the fixed signs. Because Taurus is a fixed sign, so it is all from Lord Vishnu which is coming to you with his blessings. Non-living karakas will definitely increase related to Taurus. So they are hoarded wealth, luxury, jewelry, and every asset which brings stability in your life economically will be at increase at any cost. But if we have to look from the perspective of marriage, this Taurus Lagna getting Vargottam will pose challenges in the marriage aspect. Why? The Navamsa chart is not a single entity chart, it is a double entity chart. This is the energy which is being represented by intermingling of you and your spouses. So when your energies they collide into each other, that is why the Navamsa chart is created, and the energies through the planets which are represented in it are the representation of the combined energy of both of you. So, if you are a Taurus ascendant in your birth chart, and after the intermingling of a certain kind of energy, you did not change, and what does it indicate is that you were not able to adjust with that person whom you married. So, this is something, this can pose challenges up to some extent in your life, because you are not changing as a person with your spouse coming in. So this will definitely pose challenges in the understanding. It will create misunderstanding between you and your spouse. It will create certain disputes and minor challenges, but all those things will be minor. Why am I repeating this word minor again and again? This is because of the fact that your Venus is the lord, is the ascendant lord in your Navamsa chart. So Venus is the major planet which we have to look in the Navamsa chart. Why? Because it is the Atma Karaka of the Navamsa chart. Like the natural Atma Karaka of the birth chart is Sun. Similarly, the natural Atma Karaka of the Navamsa chart is Venus. So Venus is very important to look. And if Venus is ruling your Navamsa chart, then it will try to steer your life onto the correct path, whatever happens. Now, in the classical texts, it has been written that the planets which are being posited in the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn sign, they are the ones who will be governed by the theme of Kali Yuga. And what is this theme of Kali Yuga? So there are majorly four dharms: Vishwadharm, Rashtradharm, Samasdharm, and Swadharm. So Vishwadharm is duty towards the global issues and duty towards the earth, Mother Earth. Rashtradharm is duty towards your nation. Samaj Dharm, the third dharm, is duty towards your society, giving back to your society. And Swadharm is the duty towards yourself and your family. So all these earth trikon or earth element signs are governed by the themes of Kali Yuga, and they are only empowering the native, meaning you, to only follow one dharma out of these four dharms, which is Swadharm, duty towards self and towards your family. This thing is written in the classical text, right? Now we have to, as a modern astrologer, it is our duty to decode this statement. It is not because it is written so you will be a negative person, you will only think about yourself, and this is not so. Why? Because if you are having these traits and you are just focusing on yourself and your family, this means that you have been through those challenges, you have been through negative consequences, results, and circumstances in your life that has made you into such kind of a personality. You have developed that traits over time, right? So this again, it verifies the fact that you will be a materialistic personality who will only work for yourself and your family. And the family portion and the family dynamics can be negated if Rahu is posited in your first house. So if you have Rahu in the first house, so Swadharma, your dharma towards yourself will be only to yourself, not to even your family. Because of the fact that Venus is the ruling planet of your Navamsa chart, it is a benefic energy, and it really strengthens your chart if it is posited in the Trikona houses, meaning first, fifth, or ninth, or in the Kendra houses of first, fourth, seventh, and 10th house. Now, but the thing is that the Venus as a ascendant lord in your Navamsa, it is very important to check where your Venus is placed in the D1 chart. The D1 chart, if Venus is placed in a good house and it is in a good situation, let's say it is in the 8th house, but it is in an exalted state, so it is in a good state, right? The negative qualities will be negated there. So you have to judge the position of the Venus in the D1 chart accordingly. So if Venus is posited good, then it shows that whatever your chase is, whatever your goals are, and whatever kind of level of materialistic you are in your life, you just want to achieve it. You just want to do your work. You just want to be yourself, and you don't want to know what others are doing. You're not interested in them at all. You don't want to harm anyone. You don't have any relation with them. You just want to do your work peacefully. You just want to achieve your goals. This is a very good outlook towards life. It is not a bad. If you as a person just want to thrive in your competition towards chasing your goals, it is the best thing in the world. You shouldn't have this mindset of letting others low, degrading and demeaning others so that you can win a war, or so that you can win a race. This is the most inhuman nature someone can have, which you don't possess, because Venus is a benefic energy and it does not empower you to do these things. So this is a good nature and a personality trait which you will carry after marriage in your life. Now the other thing which we have to see is that I have stated that your Venus placed in the first, fifth, or ninth house can give you good results, or it can amplify the results based on the placement of the Venus in the D1 chart. That can vary, but it won't matter a lot, because the benefic energies, even if they are placed wrongly, they will try to protect you from certain things. They won't destroy anything at all, right? So, why am I taking this into consideration? Because Venus and Mars are only the two planets who rule a certain element sign, and they get debilitated in the similar element sign. Meaning, your Venus is the ruler of your Taurus sign, right? And Taurus is an earth element sign. And Venus gets debilitated in the sign of Virgo. The Virgo is also an earth element sign, right? So let's say if you are a Taurus rising and your Venus is placed in the fifth house, so it will be a debilitated Venus, right? So what does it show is the debilitation will only work in that realm where it does not match with the Taurus's elements. How does it not match? It is a earth element sign and Taurus is also a earth element sign. So what is the difference between Taurus and Virgo? Virgo is a dual nature sign and Taurus is a fixed nature sign. So this is where your conflicting problems can emerge from, because Virgo is a duality. The universe is they are pressurizing you to be fixed in your nature towards your materialistic goals, and the fixation of the Taurus's earth element is the theme which is governing your life after marriage or after 36 years of your age. But if your Venus is placed in the fifth house, it is dual in nature. So now you are thinking, if I should do this or not, if I should vouch for these things or not, if I should chase for these things or not, this level of materialism should be my goal or not, is the thing which is which will pose challenges in your life, which you shouldn't be doing. Even if it is debilitated in your D1 chart, and then you are a Taurus rising in your Navamsa chart, it won't matter a lot. Why? Because then Venus is protecting you from bad energies of that house wherever it is debilitated. So let's say your Venus is debilitated in the sign of Virgo in the 10th house. You are a Sagittarius ascendant. So what does it show? That Venus being debilitated will try to protect you from certain bad karma at your workplace, because it is a benefic energy. Now if a malefic planet, it goes debilitated in a certain sign, in a certain house, then it can pose challenges which can also be negated, which can also be dodged, but that thing has to be analyzed and from the whole chart. So the main portion is that you shouldn't be demotivated from the fact that your Venus is not well placed in the Navamsa chart or in the D1 chart, because Venus is the most benefic energy and Venus is a very soft planet, so it will help you in any way possible. So you should be thanking yourself if you are a Taurus rising in your Navamsa chart. So Taurus sign is falling in the first house of your Navamsa chart. So what it shows is the first house is you in your married life, and the first house is the seventh house of your spouse. Why? In the Navamsa chart, your seventh house is your spouse. So what it shows is that the themes of the Taurus will be the sustenance and the basis of your marriage. So, hoarded wealth, stability, fixation over something, over resourcefulness, and all these things, family, assets, face, language, speech, history, and hoarded wealth, stocking, storing something. All these things will be the major karaka in your married life and will also define your marriage in a certain way. So, basically, it is the position of the people who might have a good home. They might have a certain good financial background before marriage, and then they check people before getting married if they are matching their financial status or not, and they will try to find either above their financial status or at least of the same level. And the family matters a lot. In India, it is a major theme that hoarded wealth should be there, and the financial background, it matters a lot. The family values and traditions and ethics, it matters a lot. Basically shows a marriage in a arranged kind of setup. It is a very promising rising for all the arranged marriages, especially here in India, but it would also depend on the placement of Venus in your chart, in both the charts, your birth chart and your Navamsa chart. But yes, up to some extent, it shows the kind of traditional values you are vouching on, and they are the basis of your marriage. It shows an arranged marriage kind of setup. So with this Taurus rising, yes, you will see that your face and your whole personality is more charismatic. It becomes more Venusian kind after the marriage or after 36 years of your life. Your speech will be very much jovial, which will be very much curiosity oriented. Those things will be reflected in your curiosity, like how is it possible? What was that thing? Like these kind of question words will be, your speech will be filled with these question words. And your family can also, it can also expand or it can also decrease. It really depends on the placement of Mercury. Now your siblings and your relationship with your siblings will be more of a nurturing and caring sort of a thing. With this Taurus rising in your Navamsa chart, you'll be more caring towards them, you'll be more inclined towards them. You might also start up something, or get into some entrepreneur kind of a setup, which are then again aimed at nurturing, caring, or water related work especially. And you will also do short trips, especially through the waterways or towards the water bodies or from the water bodies. And your family will be more fiery, innovative, and you will have that kind of regal and royal kind of interiors at your home. Your children will be more perfectionist sort of, and they'll be more inclined towards consistency, and they will want to work daily, and whatever the, if they are into dance classes, they would want to go to dance classes without a fail. Your daily routines and your health routines will be very much balanced. You would always want to balance it with something else. Like if you are doing constant work throughout the 5 days of the week, you would want a weekend full of pizzas and for good watching movies and that sort of a thing. So your daily routines, your struggles and your challenges will be very much balanced. If you are into job specifically, so you'll be more diplomatic at your job front. Your spouse will be more mysterious kind of a personality. He'll be more, he or she will be more hidden, and they would be reserved, and they would not want to intermingle a lot. This placement can also pose challenges in the married life from the side of your spouse. And the placement of Mars is to be taken into consideration for full analysis. Your hidden assets, your shared assets, and your in-laws will be very much wisdom oriented, and they will have that kind of wisdom. They'll be full of wisdom in them. They'll be more they'll have prosperity flowing. So your in-laws might be very much prosperous, and you will be very much wise investing in shared assets or hidden assets with your spouse. Your relationship with your father will be more structured, will be more reserved. Maybe you will start talking less. Your talk with your father might reduce after you getting married. He'll be more hardworking. He'll become more hardworking after your marriage, and you will see that he's more organized and structured after you getting married. Your professional front will be more unconventional sort of, and you will thrive in those unconventional settings. Basically, you chasing something which is not possible, and you will make it possible. This is something which will be seen, which is again, it is it is feeded by that materialistic desires of your materialistic chasing from you being a Taurus rising. You can also see that there are so many foreign articles at your workplace. So maybe the table you are working on in your office is imported from some other country, that sort of a thing. Your social connections will be more spiritual. Maybe you'll be joining more spiritual groups rather than groups which are more towards partying and clubbing, this sort of a thing. It will be more towards meditation and spiritual retreat and imagination, creativity. And your incoming gains will be very much they will have that kind of constant incoming, and the cash outflow, it will be at increase. Like there'll be inflow of the cash too, and there'll be constant outflow also with your Taurus rising in the Navamsha. And your spirituality, your divinity, your creation, your foreign land connection will be very much into, you will have that passion towards you. Maybe you will want to visit more foreign countries or foreign places, and you will feel energized when you visit them, see them. And when you connect to spirituality in a competitive manner, basically you doing mantra for certain period of time, you completing 1008 rosary beads over any mantra, you'll be more connected to this kind of spirituality post marriage in your life. Interesting part which is to be taken into consideration is that if you are a Taurus rising in your Navamsha chart, so you cannot be a water rising in your birth chart. So any water rising, like let's say Pisces, cannot transition into Taurus Navamsha, or a Cancer rising person cannot transition into Taurus Navamsha. So what does it show is that either you are a fiery ascendant in your birth chart, you are a airy ascendant in your birth chart, or you are a earth element ascendant in your birth chart. So the earth of Taurus is very much fixed, as I have explained, and is very much materialistic realm. It is an up sign of earth trikon, and it is stable practical realm. Basically, decoding the Navamsha is very important to check the transition or whatever element transition is happening in your both the charts. If you are a air rising in your birth chart, basically Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so basically it shows the imagination you had, the creative realm you were in, or the impractical realm you were in before marriage. You will be more grounded and more practical after marriage. So it can also be due to certain negative consequences, and it could also be due to certain positive consequences. Now it will depend a lot on both of the charts. Now if you are fire transitioning into the earth of Taurus, so what does it show is that you were so much passionate, you were so much goal oriented, and you were so much hot headed, and you always were on the righteous path. You want to work for the world, for the nation, for the people, for everyone. You had that fire to work for everyone and to bring everyone onto the same ground. Now you are transitioning into the earth of Taurus, so you are more materialistic now, you are more practical and stable, and you just want to vouch, and you just want to work for yourself and your family now. You were more passionate then, you were more filled with a teenager energy then, but now you are more a stable practical person with this Taurus rising. Now you are an earth element rising. Basically you had Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn rising in your birth chart, and now you have again transitioned into an earth element rising. So what it shows is that your practicality is more grounded now. The earth of Taurus, the earth of Virgo, and the earth of Capricorn are all different. So basically with Taurus, it is a Virgottam lang, so we have discussed Virgottam. With Virgo, you were more dual nature. You were thinking about the scenarios, will it be right or not, will it be correct or not, will it be okay or not. I have to perfect this, I have to constantly nitpick things, I have to overly criticize myself, my job or my work. But now you are more focused, now you are more fixed that whatever I've done is correct. This is the only limit which I can achieve, and there is nothing called as perfectionism. and perfectionism is only waste of time. So this is something which you will see with this transition. If you are a Capricorn rising, so the earth of Capricorn is more towards the people, towards the society, towards the organization, group settings, and towards working for the downtrodden people, towards working into organizing things basically on a group level, hardworking, diligence, and you would want to diligently work on the practical grounds, taking whole world along with you, taking all the sections of the society along with you. But now you are more practical, you are more grounded, and you just want to do your work with your peace for yourself and your family. So this is a transition you can study, and which you should study, which can really give great insights into your life after marriage and your marriage setups. Now the last but not the least, the most important thing which is to be noted is, if you are not a Vargottam Lagna, let's say, and if you are any rising in your birth chart, it is very important to look where this Taurus sign is falling in your birth chart. That house will be the triggering point, and it will be the activation point from where your D9 and things related to your Navamsa will be activated. So let's say you are an Aries ascendant and Taurus is falling in the second house of yours. So what it shows is that your family is the activation point of your Navamsa chart. So basically your family suggest a person to you that you should talk to him or her. They are good people and maybe you can get married. That I've already explained, arranged marriage kind of a setup. And you go on and you talk with them and you found them compatible and you get married to them. This is something. Or your hoarded wealth, either it is increasing or it is decreasing. So you are getting married and you are activating your D9, or your traditional values that your forefathers had promised your marriage with someone, so now you are bound to marry them. So this is also something which you can see. So it is very important to check where the Taurus sign is falling in the birth chart of yours. So it will really give you great insights again into the Navamsa chart, more about your life after marriage. So now, if you want to really know in a brief way what is happening, you can go check out my playlist of the D1 Rising. I've discussed all the houses along with the signs relevance. So you can watch that according to your rising in the D1 chart, and you can check wherever your Taurus sign is falling and what is the significance attached to it. So this was my understanding of the Taurus rising in your Navamsa chart. How will it manifest? How will it work in a basic way? And if you really like the content of this video, do not forget to like it and share it with your friends and family. And please, if you think the videos on this channel are worth subscribing, do not forget to subscribe it. Thank you.